Hey guys, back with another video, and today's video is going to be my Paycheck 1 recap. Hold on, I have to get okay, so today's video is going to be a recap budget for my Paycheck 2, which runs from the 14th to the 20th. And I'm just gonna get right into the video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm sorry. I don't know what they're doing outside right now, but this is what it is. And if you hear my AC, again, it's the summertime. Hopefully it's not too loud to where it's disturbing for the audio. If it is, I do apologize, but it's entirely too hot for me to film with it not on, just to say. Okay, so if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell for notifications of my next upload. And let's just get into my budget for this week. So not that it's a budget for this week, but I just like to have a plan of where my money is going after my direct deposit hits. So now looking at my my monthly view, and in my week from the 14th to the 20th, we can see that I have been doing a lot of spending. Some of these unbudgeted things, unfortunately, is because I haven't really figured out my parking situation when it's time for me to go to work. And for the most part, I have been taking the bus after I park my car, but like some nights the bus is not running, so I do have to take those Ubers. I might take into account coming up for the actual next month what it is my plan as far as doing that. Since I don't do a weekly check-in, this is kind of like my on track to see what it is that I did, what I spent, like that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and look at the actual budget that we have. So I'm sorry, I feel like there's something in my throat. And the pen, I don't know if I'm going to be using this pen because it's actually almost like a marker. It's a little bit bolder than what I have already written in, so I might not actually use that. Might try to use my Erin Condren pen. For the most part, sis has been acting up the last couple of times I was trying to use her, so I am going to pull out that pen. But to actually go ahead and put in like my things, I do like to use these pens, like the red, to mark off my bills. So let's just get into it. What my actual paycheck was 8, like, see, she's already acting up, and I don't know why, because on the paper she's good. So, oh, there she go. I don't really know, like sometimes it works and then sometimes it don't. I believe I think I did. So my total was $984.71. Let's get the rent pen out and see if she'll work, even though that she was working actually. So I had a difference of I'm sorry, 71 cents, and that was no different. So now let's go to the actual sinking funds. What I actually stuffed was 166, so there's no difference there. My car note, there's no variance there. My rent was, well, the rent that I took out was that. Chase, let's actually look at Chase, because I believe that I keep budgeting for $63, but I actually think that what I paid was 60. What the actual is 61. So let's go ahead and try to use this green pen. So I do have a variance of $2 there. And see what I said? Maybe it'll work now. These pens work good for a while and then they start to act up. Amazon, there's no variance there. For the most part, all my bills were paid. Aside for the Chase, I will budget better for that. And First Premier, I paid the $33.25, and that's that. We do have some unbudgeted expenses, so I did leave that mark just so I can actually go and write that. So we could go ahead and look back at the unbudgeted stuff that we have and add it up. And I have no idea where my damn calculator is at. So I am using my iPad for the purpose of this video. So let's see. I had a Uber was $9.52. Then I had another Uber for $9.89. I had another Uber for $11.13. Even though I'm gonna fight this because the guy was telling me that he was standing right in front of me, but if you were standing in front of me in the dark, you supposed to pull up on me. Don't play. So for budgeted, I didn't have anything expected as far as the unbudgeted. And what I actually spent was $90.27. So my variance is $90.27. And honestly, this week, as far as like the goals and stuff that I have for this month, I really didn't follow any of those things. I actually made a purchase from Erin Condren as well as Beautiful, but I did go ahead and spend like my entire planning envelope, and I actually went over it. So I'm not too, well, you know what, at the end of the day, and not saying it like that, but I did have a goal. I didn't meet it at all for this week because as you can see, I actually probably will only end up with one day of no spending. And I don't know how I actually feel about that. So I'm just gonna go and take this Stratler pen, and it's like a 0.3 tip, but it's actually like a marker pen, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna use that just to check off all my expenses so that they're done. And everything is paid as far as like my bills. So I'm not upset about that, but it's just that the whole spending thing. So let's go ahead and add up our totals for our actual. So we have 166 plus 224 plus 363 plus 61 plus 1385 plus 1085. I'll bring it closer since I have to be on my iPad. And I don't know if I'm like the only one that can't talk and calculate things, which is pretty funny, but all right. So in my actual total, what my expenses came up to was $927.22. For a variance, I went way over what my expected thing should have been. I was over by $88.27. And yeah, so basically for this check I have nothing to roll over, so I'm gonna put an Arista here and no rollover for next check. I'm gonna just tell you why. So usually when it comes to like I do purchase from the Grove. I am a VIP member, and what happened was that usually it's stuff in my box. If I need it, not in my box but in my cart, if I need it, I'll go ahead and let them like ship it out. Problem was that yesterday was a lot of stuff going on at work, and I didn't push back the date that, because usually I just keep pushing it back instead of canceling it, because I do like the Grove site and everything that I could get from there. But half of the time they put suggested things in your cart to equal up a certain amount where you get like a free gift. Half of the time I'll go in and take out the stuff that I don't want and only order the stuff that I do need. But I didn't plan on making an order for this month, so I guess what I could do is take the money out of my household fund and put it back into my account, just so that I don't have any issues there. But for the most part, it went ahead and shipped after they sent me a reminder that it was going to ship, and I meant to push the shipping date back, but I didn't, so it went ahead and shipped and deducted. So currently I have no money in my checking account to roll over to my next paycheck tomorrow. But it is what it is. I'll go ahead and put the money back, because I had to put money back from my planner envelope as well into my checking account. So yeah, that will be my recap of my Paycheck 2 budget for this month. And if you guys would like to see how I fit, go ahead and pan out for week 3. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that bell for notifications so you can see when I do upload that video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.